Alrighty, on this section of the video, I'm going to combine all of them into one image. To start off with, I'm going to start with my base, which for me would be the DJ desk. And I would work from there, and I'm going to call this my base. I'm just going to copy this to make a second one. Oops, I made a copy of crowd as well. Oops. Okay, let's delete the copy of crowd. Okay, and let's make the DJ desk copy. Let's rename that to my base. So this is going to be my base structure, and I'm going to open this up in GIF. Okay, so now here's my base that I'm going to work with, and I want the different layers to be on there. So I want my crowd here, so I select my whole crowd. You can potentially, I want this image to be put into here. Question, how do we select all and move it across? Copy. Oops, hello. I just closed what I was doing. You can see I'm very experienced in this, so this is really not my forte. But that was just the hands. I'm wondering if there's a way that I can just transform all the layers across to here. Potentially what I could do, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but if I want the crowd into that image, just drag and drop the crowd. Sweet. Okay, so that's all I do is I drag and drop from the Windows work there. So if in doubt, click around, find it out. Hey, that wasn't meant to rhyme. Okay, so the body, and the hands, we're going to have to try to scale them together, because otherwise if it's not going to fit in here, it's not going to work too well. So let's make their hands also there. Sweet. Now let's select both layers and rescale. It's going to be fun. Okay. Okay, so now I want to work with the body. I want to rescale the body. I want to resize the hands separately. This is going to be a bit messy. So maybe I should have separated them when I've already rescaled them. Okay, so note it to self, don't do what I do, scale them, and maybe put them in here before separating them. The order was maybe a bit pear-shaped. Okay, anyway, let me do what I can with what I've got. Scale. If I was scaling, that's the one I would use. Okay, so first I want to work with the body, and I want to scale the body. Now, usually speaking, the scale comes up with I want the image menu. Scale normally opens, and I had this problem before. The selection doesn't work with intersected layer. So scaling doesn't work with an intersected layer. So if I select all, I do want to work with hands and body. Okay, there we go. I'd keep Control Shift as a shortcut to keep them in aspect ratio, meaning that they stay the same sort of rough size. So I just Control Shift, and then you can move it there. And they're going to move them across to where they should be. Okay. Why is it not allowing it to now show it? Because it's a new layer here. I do need to scale it up a little bit more, not much more. Should be enough. If he gets a bit chopped off, that's fine. Okay, now it puts it to a new layer when you do scale it, so it's a little bit on there. Move it around, so you right click and go to a new layer there. Okay, now I want to put their hands as well, so this was a little bit of the dodgy thing. Control A, I just select all of it, and then I just go and I scaled. Now here you're going to have to try and match this up a bit, because of me doing it in a bit of a, obviously not order. And you could keep track of the width and the aspect ratio here. Again, as I said earlier, I am not spending too much more time, so I'm unfortunately a bit rushed on it. Whoa, I scaled that too large. Okay, so this is not going to work, is it? So I'd actually have to combine them before I separate them again. Okay, that sucks, but it is what it is. Okay, so now note to self. Separate once all in there. Okay, so I'm going to have to redo some of the stuff that I did do previously, which is kind of annoying. Because also my pen is probably going to be too large as well. That would be a guess. Pen is probably too large for here. It's a bit frustrating. Yeah, So I'm going to go to the panda. Let's just see what the panda does. So let's add the panda in here. Panda.xcf. Work into here. Panda is quite big, but that's okay. I'm good with that actually. I'm happy with his size, so that'll make life a lot easier for the panda. Now you see he's hiding the desk instead of the other way around. He should be showing the desk. So I'm going to move him up. His arms, eyes are separate. So let's move his eyes up. And his arms are separate as well, so let's move his hands up. Now all of those are separate. So this is going to work. It's just the hands that are going to have to be a little bit iffy. So I'm going to have to just try and rescale the hands. So it's not a problem. But yeah, just excuse me on the hands. Transformation, this is the new hands. So let's just rescale the hands. There. Okay, so I'll have to set this up as an activity to be slightly different. Let's see what we've got here. Scale. Let's try and move it back to where it should be. Quite far off. This is quite tricky. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was easier than I thought. Okay, so scale. Okay, so now it is scaled, and the arms are actually now working. Okay, so you can do it in this order, it's just a little bit iffy. So now, what I would suggest you do now is, okay, so firstly, I will try to relay out the order of work here, and the fact that you should actually watch all of these videos and then do the editing of individual parts at the end. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to put the DJ desk in front of him. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to cut out the DJ desk. So I'm going to hide the different things here so that I can see the DJ desk quite easily. So you can hide the different objects there, and now I can work just specifically with the DJ desk. So you must make sure you selected the layer that you want to work with. Now we actually want this whole area here definitely to be in front of the panda. So I'm just going to select the whole area here. The main thing that can't be in front of the panda is the background. So we just want to cut out the background here from the DJ desk so that the panda can be in front of it. So I'm going to do that here. And again, it's this whole DJ desk should be in front of him. So I'm just going to select this whole area here. And then insert complete the selection, right click selection, float to new layer. Now, oops. Okay, so now this is the DJ stand. Now for some reason I think I duplicated the... I'm going to delete this layer because I think this was what I accidentally did. Delete layer. If I would delete layer, where would I be? There I am. So okay, now what I want to do is I want to see the body, panda, his eyes, his arms, his everything. Now we actually want this layer to be above everything, so we move it to the top there. So now he's behind that desk. He has a little bit of a big panda, but we actually want his arms to be in front of it. Okay, and his left arm as well to be in front of it. Okay, there we go. So the DJ has got a station now, but now the problem is the hands are behind the DJ desk. So hands should be above the DJ desk. Transformation above the DJ desk. Transformation above the DJ desk. Okay, there we go. But yeah, so now these are actually the hands here. So it's got hands. Hands number one, because it's obviously so the actual hands. So I can actually delete that other hands. So let me just delete this, delete layer, and then we've got the hands over here. Okay, so we've got our DJ desk, we've got all that, and I'm happy with this. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to now zoom into the face to do work with my first scenes and stuff. So like now, I'm happy I've got all my objects together, they're all in one base thing. I'm going to save this as my base. I've set it up so it's one single base, and they should work with that. Now, yeah, that's the end of this video. In the next video, I'll show you how to save separately. I think that maybe that was this one. I can't remember. Okay, so combine all images to GIF and each new position that the file base is called. Okay. Separate the objects. Okay, that's what I've done here. Oh no, okay, I've combined. Alright, so this is going to be quite a long video, this one. Here we're going to now try and move the different things and stuff. I'm not going to do all of that on this video, I'm just going to show you a bit of it. So for example, right now I want to start off zoomed in his face. So I'm going to go to crop, and I'm going to crop to here. So it'll be zoomed in on his face. Enter. I'm then going to go File, Export As, and I'm going to call this whatever, or Panda DJ1-1. Actually, I want to do it the other way around so that the naming convention will allow it to be in order that I want it in. So, and I'm going to create a new folder called Final. Create folder called Final Images. Okay. So now in the final images, we're going to call this now. Why is it changed to? I don't want it a PNG. I'm going to call this 1-Panda DJ. Export. Export. Okay. Now I'm going to Control Z my thing, and I'm now going to crop. Actually, Control Y, and I'm going to now move the eyes. So the eyeballs I want to move to the left, and I'm going to save this file, export as to Panda DJ. Export. Then I'm going to go and I'm going to move the eyes again to the middle again. Middle file, export as Panda 3. Export. Export. Then I'm going to go again a bit to the right. File, export as 4. Panda DJ. Export. Export. Now I'm going to go and I think I should actually start always with his eyes at the middle, so I'm going to maybe do one more move with his eyes back in the middle. Here-ish. File, export as 5 pandas, so 5 frames of being there. It might be too much, but probably too much and too little. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Okay, sweet. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit, which means I'm going to now crop to, so it's not as just one big jump. So now I want to zoom out till where's my crop tool? Okay, here. I'm going to zoom out a little bit till there. File, export as 6 Panda. Export. I'm now going to go again, and I'm going to export the next motion. The next motion I'm going to do, so I'll Control Z it. I want to now crop a little bit further out even. I think it'll even be a bit bigger than that, because otherwise it's going to take, maybe, I want it to be quite jumpy. It doesn't matter if it's quite jumpy. File, export as Control Shift E is a shortcut for that. This will be 7 Panda. Export. Export. Okay, and now Control Z, and now that's, I think now we can actually go to all of this, what I could potentially do. Let's do one more. Let's move his hands a bit. Now I'm going to go to, let's say, this sort of level, even a bit further, so it's very close to the maximum size. And I'm going to also move his arms. So let's now go move arm. Actually, rotate it maybe might be better. So rotate arm. Well, I don't rotate that. I'm on his arms. Rather, his arms are the hands. Nope, not his hands. Right arm. Let's rotate that a little. and move that a little. It's gonna look a bit ugly, but anyway, let's also move this one up a bit. Yeah, file, export as, 8 panda, export, yeah, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Okay, Control I. Okay, now I'm going to export this. Let's move his arms around a little bit again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the hands. Okay, so this is my file, export as. I'm going to now say this as non-panda export. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to get the hands to move a little bit, and I'm going to need it to flash a bit in the background and that sort of stuff. So first let's get the hands to rotate a little bit. So let's go to, I suppose I'm making this quite a long one. Anyway, rotate, we want now the hands to rotate just a little bit and to move just a little bit. They don't look like that they're completely out the way. So these guys have lost their hands. Okay. It's gonna look a bit silly, but it's fine. Yeah. And then now let's go and change the lights to be white in the background here. So now I'm gonna go to the main body and I'm gonna change the color of the backdrop here. Let's go see if I can't make a filter. There. Filter. Okay, filters. Light shadow. Let's go in light effects. Another way. Sweet. Okay, so I'm going to go now file, export as, let's go 10 panda. Okay, I'm not going to finish all this with you, but you get the idea. I'm going through this, I'm going step by step, I'm changing things, I'm moving things, that kind of stuff. And you're going to save through each one of them. I'll probably have to redo this a bit, but you get the idea. Save them all separately. This is a bit of a long one, but goodbye.